We are very sorry for being late. We want this. The staffing is not sufficient, so we are trying our best to do all such activities to our program. So, just after a moment, we are going to start the program. So please, I would like to request you all to be in the hall and wait just for 2 minutes only. Here to welcome you all on behalf of WWA family. Today we are here in a conference on development of emotional literacy in this millennium. We are trying our best to develop emotional literacy and make balance in emotions among the human beings and create the internal peace in all over the world. So before telling you some other things, I'm going to start the program. So I'd like to request respected President of WWE, Mr. DM Basnet, to take the seat of chairperson of today. Respected chief guest of our. In the same way, I'd like to request our Rotary Club of Jaulakil and the founder principal of Future Stars High School. I would like to request Dr. Niranjan Prasad Upadhyaya, Joint Secretary and Speaker of Public Service Commission. In the same way, I would like to call Professor Dr. Shankar Thapa, Dean Lumbini Bauddha University, Chief Advisor of WWA. Mr. Surya Prakash Adhikari from WWA would like to request to take his seat. And legal advisor of WWA, Mr. Pushparaj Paudel, journalist and advisor of Seva Nepal, would like to take his seat. In the same way, we have Mr. Psychologist as well as the advisor and trainer of Seva Nepal, would like to take his seat. In the same way, we have Dr. Sanubhai Dangol, Buddhist scholar. Dr. Sanubhai Dangol, Buddhist scholar, Association, would like to take this set. From Sunamuna Children Magazine, other personalities to take their concerned set. are working with us for emotional literacy. And they are as follows. World Emotional Literacy America, World Peace Foundation Japan, UNESCO Nepal, Spiritual Growth Center America, Lumbini Bauddha University Nepal. In the same way, we are proposing to international, given us affiliation, and we are just working together with Lumbini Bauddha University, and we'd like to thank all the personalities of Lumbini Bauddha University for providing us such opportunity to work with them. The program director of our country, Nepal, Mr. Tapras Panta, he is handling the second phase of the program, conference of the program. So he is not here to support. We'd like to thank Headache Dining Lalitpur for providing this venue and other refreshment to us. In the same way, we'd like to thank Little Flowers Public School for supporting us in different styles and different ways. In the same way, I'd like to thank Gauri Sagar High Secondary School, Imado, which is helping us by different suggestions and other things. And I would like to thank all other organizations and personalities who are here with us directly, indirectly, and in any other ways. So according to Sri Satya Sai Baba, religions are smooth. So Chunamuna Publication has got. So I'd like to thank Chunamuna Publication, and our collaboration will lead. So I'd like to request our chief guest to opening the program, and I'd like to request all the ladies and gentlemen to chief guest for inaugurating the program. So our program is already inaugurated. You can see the topic of today's conference, that is development of emotional literacy in this millennium. Development of emotional literacy in this millennium. So we have got the paper presentation and other discussion and conference program afterwards. So after this,
It's a great pleasure for me to welcome you today to the conference on development of emotional literacy in this millennium, organized by the World Without Anger with the cooperation of Lumbini Bauddha University. This is the first conference of WWA on emotional intelligence in Nepal, so it is all our effort to be able to convey this successful event within this short span of time in the history of WWA. The main purpose of this conference is to develop emotional intelligence in the country for peace and harmony. The objective of this conference is to establish a credible knowledge base that provides emotional intelligence for all students and people in work situation, including bank and business. Emotional intelligence widens students' potential, guarantees independence, and develops better character and personality. This conference will be the forum to propagate the results of of the emotional awareness research performed by WWA. We are very much glad to welcome all of you again and hope this conference will be fruitful and beneficial to the people of Nepal and the world. We thank all of the paper contributors in their respective areas and the participants to this event to this date. So we have no words to express for their greatest contribution for emotional intelligence now and in the days ahead. We hope the findings of the paper will be published very soon. Here are some output of the conference. To improve the emotional literacy of the Nepalese adolescents in the school and colleges, to assess the anger cognition of professional employees of corporate sectors. This will help in the control of anger and reduction of emotional fatigue in the institutions. This will be observed indirectly in the communication patterns of schools, students and professionals. This will be reflected from the employees' responses as well as with increased motivation in jobs such as teaching or banking. I sincerely hope that this conference helps to develop peace and harmony through this mechanism of emotional intelligence in heart, home, family, nation, region and the world. I declare the conference is open. Thank you very much for your attention.
Title goes to Dr. Dean Van Leeuwen, who is 76-year-old gentleman living in Oregon State of USA. We had already visited Nepal so many times, and in our request also already visited, and we just visited different schools, colleges, and different places. It is the matter of very large distance, so that he has sent one message for us. He has sent a message, so I'd like to call Ms. Lakshmi from WWA to recite the message of Dr. Dean Van Leeuwen, who is the Dean of Peace.
Thank you, MC. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Chairperson, Chief Guest, and all the guests. It's my great pleasure to convey the message of Dr. Dean Van Leeuwen in his absence. The message goes like this. Universal education has been a great development in the world for the advancement of our human society. Through our schools, we as a society have learned how to create the great intellectual advancement that has allowed our whole society to grow and prosper. We have become intellectually literate, but we have not yet learned emotional literacy. We find ourselves all too often entering into both personal and national conflicts simply because we do not possess the understanding to be able to solve our conflicts in effective ways. We now understand how our emotional system functions. Once we learn how it works, we were able to develop the necessary understanding to be able to teach each individual how to understand and make changes in the way they function emotionally so they can optimize their life experience. We introduced this program in Nepal because of your great tradition of peace as demonstrated by your ability to make a transition to a new form of governance without resorting to warfare. Your spiritual and social traditions offer a basis that, when augmented by the learning of modern science, offers a path to find a way to bring peace to our world society. This possibility was recognized by great visionaries in Nepal who, through the work of DM Basnet, Dr. M. P. Regni, Dr. Lakshman Sake, Tulasiram Vaidya, and other great visionaries, formed World Without Anger, formerly called Seva Nepal, to carry out this great mission. World Without Anger has now introduced emotional literacy training through the educational system so that everyone can learn the necessary skills to optimize their life experience on the emotional level. Once all individuals and all societies have all learned these lessons, not only will it be able for each individual to maximize his personal life experience, but it will also make it possible for our whole societies to live in peace with each other. When we learn to live in peace, this allows our whole society to work together and use our great intellectual skills more effectively to provide a peaceful and prosperous life for all individuals and all nations on this planet. I wish to personally thank Professor Dr. Tulasiram Vaidya, Vice Chancellor and all those associated with Lumbini Bauddha University for being involved in this conference and this course. I wish to also thank and honor Mr. Top Rak for National Program Officer UNESCO for serving as chairman of the session. The introduction of emotional literacy training in the schools of Nepal by World Without Anger in association with Lumbini Buddhist University is a great moment that all of you here have an opportunity to take part in. I congratulate all of you for having the vision to take this step that will enrich the personal life not only of yourselves but all others whom you come in contact with. Thank you very much.
The same way, where I have already told you that we have another organization in Japan, Goi Peace Foundation, and from Goi Peace Foundation also no representative from Japan are here, so we have got a message from Goi Peace Foundation, from the program director of Goi Peace Foundation, Masami Miyazaki from Japan. So I'd like to call Ms. Sabita Bhatta, a volunteer from Eureka Boarding High School, to be here to recite the message from Goi Peace Foundation for WWA and for all Nepalese people.
Good afternoon to all. Me, myself, I am Sabita Bhatta from Eureka Boarding School, Nepal. And it is my great pleasure and great opportunity to to convey a message Mr. Masami Miyazaki from Goi Peace Foundation, Japan. Now I am going to convey his message. On behalf of the Goi Peace Foundation in Japan, I send greetings to the organizers and participants of the Conference on Development of Emotional Literacy in this Millennium, and wish you all a successful and fruitful function. We believe that peace begins in the mind of each individual, and we all share a responsibility for the future of our planet. The old peace movement to spread the message and prayer, may peace prevail on earth, was first started by Japanese philosopher Masahisan. After the terrible destruction of the Second World War as a way to unite the hearts of humanity, transcending all boundaries of race, religion or politics. It is our joy to share this universal prayer with you on this auspicious occasion through the peace doors, so that we may co-create a world without anger and foster a world based on love, harmony and forgiveness. May peace prevail in Nepal, may peace prevail on earth. Thank you very much.
Now we have got very limited time because we have got conference in the second phase, and our volunteer teachers from WWA are here to attend the conference. That's why I would like to request the speakers to speak the keywords and in the very limited time. So I'd like to request everybody who are going to speak in a very short time and a very good message and important messages only. As we know that every moment has got its own importance. This today's very day will not return in our life again. I don't believe so. That this day will not come back in our life. Today is 15th August 2009. This Saturday. I don't think that this day will come back in our life. So it is the time to use properly, and every moment are very important for us. That's why I hope that WWA is supposed to convey the very important messages which are really essential for life in this very important day. So here I would like to request Professor Murari Prasad Regni, who is the Chief Advisor of Seva Nepal, who is the grandfather of we all who are working behind him, and with his inspiration only we are here. He always inspires us, he always guides us, and he always suggests us, and he is coming with some such information. about the program of WWA, which we are trying to conduct in different schools, colleges, and other different organizations of Nepal. Like we have organized different seminars and programs for the government officers as well as bankers, hotel management, and others. That's why our program is not only limited to the schools and colleges only. And our chief advisor, MP Regmi sir, Professor MP Regmi sir, is coming with all such informations. So I'd like to request MP Regmi sir to highlight the program.
Very much. Pushpa sir has said many things about the conference also and about me also, but I still think myself as a child. Thank you very much. And Mr. President and Chief Guest, Dr. Tulasiram Vaidya sir and Dr. Kharman sir from LBU, and ladies and gentlemen, and young adolescent students from different schools. Actually, it was our wish to spread emotional intelligence in whole Nepal, starting from north, south, and east, west. Because if there is no balance in our emotional dealing, then it becomes very annoying also and not adjustable in life. And the man is more ridden with anger or fear or other sort of feelings or emotions, which we can say as jealousy also. In Nepal, you might have heard about the jealousies, another person, leg pulling, that a Nepalese simply dislikes other person to go upside. So the reaction of his or her is to pull his or her leg downward so that the man cannot rise through you. So the particular man becomes a bad agent or a negative emotional agent in upsurging a person. This is a very, I should not say bad, but a wrong motive behind the person. It shows that his or her man or guardians didn't teach him anything about etiquette, manners, all these. So a man should be neutral from his outlook and personality also, so that he can take more benefit. He can provide others also many benefits. And there are something to remarkable that a born child is a bundle of excitement. So a just born child starts his life as a bundle of excitement. So to that excitement, if you provide adjustable, lovely feelings to tackle him with affection, then that child becomes a very healthy man, mentally very healthy man. He can cope up any situation. The term intelligence means to solve problems, to get adjusted, and to have well-being in life, to deal effectively with the world. So, in life, if a young man is exhibiting more storm and stress, adolescent period is filled with storms and stress. So, the present adolescent person is very dynamic, very jerky in nature, and more speedy. Speedy means using bikes at the high speed, more than 60 also sometimes, leaving the earth, coming to down and toss. a kind of toss behavior there. So, but that is not the way of life. In the way of life, he should be calm and quiet. He should be very conscious, alert, vigilant, self-adjusting, calculating, and a balanced one. So, my request to all the audience is to maintain in life the balance of emotions. Neither follow negative emotions nor follow the positive also. But should be excited towards the, tending towards the positive side of emotion, which is very beneficial in life. You will lose your trump card if you deal with anger, anywhere with anger. So you can outplay anger with fun or jokes. Jokes lovers are always first, studying first, anywhere, because they deal with the negative emotion, fear and anger, outplay that situation with fun. And with a trick, with a very easy trick, they can outplay their feelings also, their charged feelings. And the definition of emotion is to immovable, to move ahead. But another meaning also, to start up condition, disturbed condition. One cannot cope up with that. A person in anger behaves with the red eyes, like burning, scorching another person, and in a fighting mood, just to fight. He can start fight also with the tongue. Afterward he can box the person who is before him. There is self-destruction also with the dealing with the anger. If anger is not coped well, then the person may sometimes reverse also, as well as if the source of anger is very big, very huge, then he can suicide also. Some cases are found in that. In family situation also, persons are committing suicide also in order to cope with. But it is not coping. It is just negation of life. And Buddha has said so many spots, so many instances, that self-realization, in Sanskrit it can be said as Atmanam Vedmi, Apane Chinnu, Apane Bujnu. So first task is to understand the anger, negative emotion. We have to understand that. We have to perceive that and then understand that. And we can draw the meaning also, conceptions. Whether this situation is beneficial to me or not, or harmful to me. Even not harmful, then also not to deal with the anger. So anger is not the response of anger, like tit for tat, not at all. Tit for tat is not good. And those who are having maximum awareness in life, some good leaders, we can tell, like Mahatma Gandhi, whatever his life was, but Gandhi dealt with the people. He served the people of Champaran district, Champaran area. So dealing with people means to serve the people by teaching them how to live cleanly. This was the task of Gandhi. He was practical practitioner of ahimsa, non-violence. So violence is the maximum form of negative feeling in life. So at any situation, one has to hold his arms, not to behave in a wrong way. Behaving with anger is always wrong. There is no positive case. One is even punishing children also. There are many methods to they are positive also, by which we can deal our students. if you won't talk for 3 or 4 days, the student himself or herself will come and talk to you and then tell, sir, kino kura garnu na ramro gari, kino bolnu na aajkal, like that. Even you avoid your glances, avoid your looking also, then also students are just piqued and they are shocked that particular sir is not treating us well because not looking now with a very gracious mood. So this is also you can say a tip for you how to behave well. So Buddha always realized that try to be free from krodha, ahimsa also. But this is very difficult, I am telling all the time. Gradual practice is necessary. We can practice gradually. It is very difficult to eliminate anger or krodha and to lead a krodha. Why? Because physiologically there is one-way relation with the anger due to secretion of adrenal gland, which is just above the kidney. Adrenal means kidney, renal means kidney, pertaining to kidney. So just above the renal gland, the adrenal gland secretes adrenaline, which is the source of anger and fight also. Suppose somebody is not in mood to fight, he should take the injection of adrenaline and he will be prepared for boxing bouts. This has been said. Some cricketers also take the injection to field well and to bat well. So in all the sphere of life, in sports also, some implicit anger may be very good to defend, to be a good bowler also in cricket. To bowl well is also needing some sort of strength, stamina, guts, energy also, a kind of energy should be organized well before bowling. And there has been observed that great batsmen also, even Bradman, got shiver at the first ball. This is very annoying situation, very disturbing situation to batsmen. So there are also need of balance, neutrality, well-preparedness. So there are many situations where we are facing anger, but our response should be silence. Thank you very much.
To be presented by Professor M.P. Regnisha and Mr. DM Basnet, Management Specialist, on the topic Emotional Literacy and Anger Cognition among Nepalese Adolescents and Corporate Sector Employees. And the second paper will be presented by Dr. Sanubhai Dangol, Buddhist scholar, and the topic is the role of anger and its impact on daily life from the Buddhist perspective. And the next is paper third is presented by Professor Dr. Khardaman Shrestha, Registrar Lumbini Bauddha University, on the title Buddha's Path of Intellectual Excellence or Wisdom. Next paper will be presented by Mr. Rambadu Basnet, Brahmastri Mitra, who is the patron of Character Foundation Association. And the topic is the role of spiritual science in dealing with anger and emotional intelligence. And the last paper is presented by Mr. Saligam Bhatwai on the topic Promoting of Inclusive Education related to UNESCO program and emotional intelligence in academic institution with reference to life without anger concept. And he is Mr. Pushparaj Paudel, advisor of WWA. So I'd like to request Pusparasa to deliver his speech.
Mr. Chairman, the chief guest of honor of today, distinguished guest in the dash, and other ladies and gentlemen. I think my part over here is to highlight about the program, for which Professor MP Regmi has spoken something about the program, and Mr. Mukunda Prasad Sharma also has already spoken about the program. So I think a little has been left for me to speak over here. I'm not going to make a very lengthy elaboration of the program. I'd like to speak something very short, because we are already run over the time. As I told you, though, my part over here is to welcome you all, to highlight the program over here. Let me speak something about anger and emotional literacy, as I've been attached with WWA since its establishment. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, World Without Anger has been engaged in various activities focusing over management of anger at school level, children, and other professional organizations. We believe that anger can be managed. We believe that anger can be constructive. And we also believe that anger can be materialized into creation. Anger is a power to go forward, and it is energy to keep everyone energetic and dynamic in life as well. There's no doubt that the importance of emotional literacy is increasing day by day. You know, especially at present, the formal schooling of Nepal, what I think is it lacks the curriculum about how to manage anger and about the aspect of the emotional literacy as well. I think WWA has been working in this sector for so long in the school level, and I think that in the curriculum we need to include something about the emotional intelligence and some anger management aspect as well. At present, new avenues in education have emerged worldwide, and traditional concepts have been replaced with the newer ones as well. To note the present status of education, as I've already told you, there is almost no space for emotional intelligence, which is in fact matter of sorrow for those who are actively working in this sector. Because WWA, while working in the school, among the school children of Nepal, it has found that the behavioral change, there has been a drastic behavioral change. After the emotional intelligence has been taught, there has been a drastic behavioral change among the students. They have known what is anger. They have known how can they change themselves after they are able to manage anger. So it has also shown that it has proved that emotional literacy, anger management, all those things are very, very essential in the school level curriculum. Emotional literacy in the formal school curriculum from primary level to the higher secondary level as well. About the anger, since I also work for the education issues, because today, though I am an advisor for WWA, I represent here Global Campaign for Education. I'm the steering committee member for the Global Campaign for Education over there. So while working in the education issues, in the different educational issues, there has been a great and massive dropout in the public schools of Nepal. And there's a large chunk of the students who drop out of the school because of the teachers' anger, when the teachers are not able to manage their anger, or even the students are not able to manage their emotional aspect. So there has been a massive dropout over there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this conference will bring, after the brainstorming session, after the presentation, and after your involvement, this conference will be able to bring the newer ideas in the emotional literacy, so that the lobby, advocacy, especially in the policy level, because what I think is we really need a policy level advocacy to incorporate emotional literacy in the textbook, because we are working among the school children at present, and we also have proved that lots can be changed among the students over there, because we are just out of the 12 long years conflict in Nepal. So anger management or the emotional literacy has been very important among the students over there. So what we need at present is advocacy in the policy level. And for the advocacy in the policy level, the organizations like World Without Anger is there to gather you, to brainstorm, and to bring the newer ideas so that we'll be able to make Nepal a peaceful and a beautiful place to live. So, I think Mukunda sir also has warned, he has already given the ultimatum not to lengthen the speech over there. And I also don't want to lengthen the speech over here because Professor, there are so many distinguished personalities who have been working in the emotional literacy. Tulasiram sir is over there, and so many other personalities. So I think I don't need to speak much about the emotional literacy and anger management. I hope that the session will remain fruitful and successful. Thank you very much.
We have here our respected Madam Mrs. Manjuka Kilani, President of the Rotary Club of Jawlakim and the founder principal of Future Stars High School is here with us, so I'd like to request her to take her seat. In the same way, I'd like to welcome him by providing the seat. Her role is very important for us to bring this program up to the stage. I've already told you that in the banner also you can see the logo of Future Stars High School. She has contributed us so many things and helped us to come to this stage. She supported us financially. In the same way, she has given us so many valuable suggestions. And this program is specially sponsored and supported by Future Stars High School in favor of Madam Manjuka Kilani. And it is the matter of pleasure that it is her turn itself to address us. It is the time to give a short speech from the side of Madam itself. So I'd like to request her to come to the stage and give us some valuable words.
Thank you, Mukundaji, for giving me the space with the mic. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and the members of the WWA Society, and all the enthusiastic faces of the young ones that I see around. First, I would like to thank WWA members for giving me this chance, opportunity to share my feelings about WWA. Well, WWA, the members, we are very ambitious because we are still looking for peace. Peace is nowhere to be found. And then we want the world without anger. First, I think as a teacher, it is my habit to teach. But this is not teaching, this is sharing. First, I think we should develop I without anger. Then we should go on to family without anger. Then home without anger. Then society without anger. Then we turn around and around to the world all over. So step by step, I think we should take and move forward, because that is the only way we feel that we can achieve whatever we have wanted to achieve. I wish you all the best for whatever you have started on. It is indeed a very difficult task. Emotional literacy. I hope if there is someone from the Education Ministry over here, of course it is a chapter to be added in the book, but I don't know if it could be a subject. We have a long way to go, especially with our emotions, especially after the situation that we are confronting in this country. In one of the peace conferences, I was invited to be a speaker, and they said, we have no peace, we have no peace. I was really a little confused, and I said, I want peace. Everyone is saying that. I want peace. I is an ego. Want is a desire. If you put aside your ego and your desire, I'm sure the peace is going to be there. And I'm going to recite a small poem that I developed within these years when the country was in such a, such a state where you could not say what is happening to your country. I said, I looked for peace. I looked for peace. I went to the wilderness and called out to peace. I went to the hilltop. I cried out for peace. I came back home, sat by my window, and lo, I found peace. It was right within me. So this is what we have not been understanding, that everything is with us. It is up to us, to achieve anything. There's so many I's over here. So if you all get together and help WWA reach out for the goal that they have set for. Their vision is seen, their mission has been started, the goal will be, I think, many more years to come. But don't be disheartened. I always tell people around me, I always keep that as a theme for myself because that's what my father told me when I was small. When I was growing up, I should say, I was an adolescent, he said, "Sabai cheez khanu chori, euta cheez kaile nakhanu." Ke bhane मेरो छोरी? अनि हरेस. So this is what I would like to tell WWA. हरेस नखानुस्, लागि पर्नुस्, maybe someday you will reach that goal where you find world without anger. But these roses that you have presented to me itself sends a little message to me, a message to say, keep smiling even if there are thorns around you. So to you all, I want to share the same. Keep smiling, keep trying. There's nothing impossible under the sun, it is said. And I wish you all the best. And I do ask forgiveness from the esteemed members over here for coming late, because I was also in a little peace movement where there were women that come to exhibit their capabilities and to just go and inaugurate that program. I left that program in the midst and I tried to be here with you because I definitely wanted to share my feelings with each one of you over here. Once again I say, like my school motto says, may your dreams rise to greater heights. Long live Nepal and long live our feelings for Nepal. Thank you.
And we have got our chief guest, then that means we'll go to the end of the speech. And before this, in between, one of our teachers who is taking part in the conference today, representing Future Stars High School, Mr. Basudahal, is coming here with a poem. So I'd like to request.
Goats for Gobar. आँगनको पूर्व दक्षिण कुनामा एउटा कलकलाउँदो सूर्यलाई, आँगनको पूर्व दक्षिण कुनामा एउटा कलकलाउँदो सूर्यलाई हरेक बिहान मेरी आमा जल चढाउनुहुन्छ तुलसीको मोठमा, हरेक बिहान जल चढाउनुहुन्छ मेरी आमा तुलसीको मोठमा। के विश्वास हो यो, के आस्था हो यो, न गर्मी न जाडो न बर्खा हिउँद, फुर्सद बेफुर्सद निरंतर निरंतर विश्वास पहाड हो, विश्वास हिमाल हो, हरेक बिहान कलकलाउँदो सूर्यलाई जल चढाउनुहुन्छ मेरी आमा तुलसीको मोठमा। हामी विश्वासविहीन मान्छेहरू, हामी विश्वासविहीन मान्छेहरू, महरू विश्वासविहीन छौं, महरू आस्थाविहीन छौं। दुख्न छाडेका निर्जीव जीवनहरूसँग घर घर जस्तो हुन्न, बस्ती बस्ती जस्तो हुन्न, परिवार परिवार जस्तो हुन्न। न निर्धक्क हाँस्न सक्छौं, न निर्धक्क रुन सक्छौं। सन्तान मरिदिने घुर्किदिन्छन्, छ्या हाम्रो जीवन सन्तान मरिदिने घुर्किदिन्छन्। गाईबस्तु गोठ र गोबरहरू, गाईबस्तु गोठ र गोबरहरू, एक हल गोरु, एक दाम्लो गाई, कन्तारीभरि दही, एक ठेकी मोही, करेसाबारीमा रायो सागहरू, टाट्ना थाङ्ग्रा र भकारीहरू, हली बाउसे र बियाडेहरू। मान्छे, हामी मान्छेविहीन समाजका मान्छेहरू, हामी मान्छेविहीन समाजका मान्छेहरू खोल र आवरणमा बाँचेका छौं। अनुहार र वासनाका हामी मान्छेहरू मन कुरूप भएको सुन्दर अनुहार बोकेर, मन कुरूप भएको सुन्दर अनुहार बोकेर रिस र आवेगमा आफैले आफैलाई फाँसी दिन किन उत्तत छन् यी हाम्रा हातहरू। शरीर पानीमा डुबाएर मन सङ्लो हुन सक्दैन, शरीर पानीमा डुबाएर मन पखालिन सक्दैन। मन बुद्ध हो, मन बुद्ध हो। बोधि वृक्षका फेदमा बुद्धहरू, बाघ, भालु र हुडालहरूले बुद्ध बिथोलेको प्रमाण छैन। हामी बुद्धहरू बिथोलिरहेछौँ, आफै भित्रका बुद्धहरू हो हामी, हाम्रा बुद्धहरू बिथोलिरहेछौँ। परिवर्तन मनको हुनुपर्छ, सङ्लो मन हुनुपर्छ। परिवर्तन मनको हुनुपर्छ, सङ्लो मनको हुनुपर्छ। ओम भूर्भुवः आऊ, आऊ ए मेरा आफन्तहरू, देश तिमीलाई सकम्बरी मान्ने छैन। आऊ ए मेरा आफन्तहरू, चोरी औँलाको कापबाट निकोटिन मिल्काएर आऊ। आऊ ए मेरा आफन्तहरू, एउटी नजन्मिएकी छोरीलाई माया गरौँ। आऊ ए मेरा आफन्तहरू, एउटी नजन्मिएकी छोरीलाई स्वागत गरौँ। आऊ ए मेरा आफन्तहरू, एउटी नजन्मिएकी छोरीलाई माया गरौँ। आऊ ए मेरा आफन्तहरू, एउटी नजन्मिएकी छोरीलाई स्वागत गरौँ। गाई बस्तु, गोठ र गोबरहरू। धन्यवाद।
So I'd like to call Professor Dr. Khargaman Swester.
Honorable Chairman, Chief Guest of this function, members of WWA and the friends. I am very much moved by the poem which is just recited. As we see, we have in the literature, literary works, we find three elements: element of imagination, element of wisdom, and element of say style. Actually, the element of emotion is very high in the poem just recited. We see emotion makes man poet as well as a sad person. So it's the emotion that takes you to the height. It's the emotion that takes you to the low. So emotion makes a man very brave, but he is backed by wisdom. Wisdom is that thought which leads you to the dark room with the light. Emotion is that light which takes you to the room which is very dark. So it's the wisdom. The second name of wisdom is prudence. As I come from Lumbini Bauddha University, I just emphasize that prudence is the main focus of Lord Buddha. Wherever you go with high idea, high emotion, good emotion, not bad emotion. Emotion to smoking, addiction, or emotion to any other bad habit makes you not gentleman. Lao Tse tells, Sun Tzu is the gentleman. Sun Tzu is a gentleman in which he says, one who does not know the way of being a gentleman, he will not be a gentleman. To be gentleman, you should be gentle first. So the Chinese philosopher says that it's the way, the lesson begins from your own heart, your own soul, your own thought. Say actually how you put on your words, that is the element of style. Element of style is not a quote of a writer, but the skin itself. How you speak, that demonstrates your intelligence, your personality, your grandeur, your say high view. So most of the people, as I have been to say education sector for more than 2 decades, I see most of the students, they have negative thought. Negative thought is nothing but self-suicidal. So don't be negative, be positive always. From the positive, we always get new ideas. New ideas is the exercise of your mind and your heart. So mind and heart, when it is integrated, that makes you very good personality. So this mission of society without anger, community without anger, world without anger, that makes you a good citizen of the world. Buddha is respected throughout the world. 193 countries celebrate Buddha Jayanti nowadays. Why? It is because of his emotional expression. If you would like to be a teacher, you should be a child. A teacher should always have a child in his mind. While dealing with the small kids, you should behave just like the kids, so that the kids will love you. So, just to be on the level of the kids, you must cultivate your mind, cultivate your brain, cultivate your habit, so that these traits, these qualities will take you to the highest level. So, Buddha says, Kaya Bhakta Chitta should be quite clear, quite pure, quite crystal, quite simple. So next time when I will be just delivering my speech or paper, I will just explain in detail. Now I take leave from you. Thank you.
A teacher is a person who continues on learning and is evaluated in every walk of his life. I will be evaluated by all the distinguished audience. But a student is more happy in their life because a student is evaluated only once a year when he or she sits in the examination hall. But a teacher is always evaluated whenever he delivers a lecture in the class. In the same way, here also at this time I will be evaluated by all of you. And it is very difficult to speak after so many distinguished scholars have already spoken about the world without anger. About the world without anger, what I would like to speak as a simple teacher is that anger is such an element of the world which creates a big problem in the world. What I personally feel as a simple teacher is that do unto others as you want others to do unto you. That is the best thing that we should follow. If you want to be respected, you must also learn how to respect others. In that way only we can have a society without anger, society where we can live in harmony. World is such a place where we have to learn a lot. From the ancient time up to this time we are learning, and we are very proud to be the citizens of a country. Although physically it is a small country, but from different aspects we are very much proud of being the country where Lord Buddha, Lord Kanakmuni Buddha, Lord Karkuthanda Buddha were born, and we are proud of that. We should not only be proud of it, but we should also learn how to behave as the citizens of the country where 3 Buddhas were born. This is the most important thing what I as a student of history, I would like to personally say, especially to my young friends, boys and girls, who you are the future descendants of the whole world, and let us be an example to the world, as Gautam Buddha has become the example of the world. With these few words, I would like to say goodbye and wish the program most successful, and the Lumbini Bauddha University and the Society of World Without Anger will continue on working together. And there I'll be participant not as the Vice Chancellor, but as a Nepali citizen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
DM Basnet, Honorable Chief Guest Tulasiram Vaidya, Sir, respectable special guest, Manju Kartilamitani, Ma'am, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of WWA and myself, I have the great privilege to thank you all for your full participation and generous cooperation to this one-day conference of development of emotional literacy in this millennium. As you are all aware that WWA is still a young, growing child. He cannot run yet, but with your full support and wholehearted cooperation, WWA would become a handsome, active boy, trying to help and look the world we live a better place to live, free from greed, anger, and delusion. It is WWA's vision that we shall be popular among all walks of life, spreading the goodwill message of non-anger. We are fully confident that we can win over anger with non-anger, that is love and mutual understanding. Please give it a try. Every word of encouragement and any kind of your support to WWA are highly appreciated. Your very graceful presence is our prestige and goodwill, which we cherish a lot. We, the WWA members, are always hopeful to be at the side of positive thinking, optimistic view, and healthy attitude. There is no disappointment and discouragement. So guests, distinguished guests, respectable teachers, and beloved students, the owner of this venue, head of dining, Future Star High School, Landmarks Educational Consultancy, Chunamuna Monthly Magazine, Niha Computer, and many more as well. We would further like to be grateful to principals of following institutions: Future Star High School, Kathmandu Don Bosco Higher Secondary School, Little Flowers Academy, Thorai Academy, Kala Devi Higher Secondary School, Buddha Jyoti Academy, Gauri Shankar College. Finally, I would like to thank all of you for your most valuable participations and support, for the contributions of time, money, and labor for the success of the conference. May our WWA's friendship be useful, fruitful, and peaceful in our individual life, society, country, and the world at large. May you all be happy and free from anger. Thank you.
Special guest Manju Kartilamitani, Principal Officer High School, Jawalatem, Lalitpur. Respected Chief Guest, Professor Dr. Khanaman Shrestha Registrar, Lumbini Bauddha University. Respected guest, Dr. Niranjan, Public Service Commission, Government of Nepal. Professor Dr. Sankar Thapa, Lumbini Bauddha University. Respected Professor Dr. M.P. Regu, Chief Advisor, Advisory Committee, WWA. Dr. Lakshman Sakya, Senior Program Coordinator, WWA. All the respected principal and headmaster from the different program and prospect schools. and also research conducted corporate business organization and their pioneer staffs. Board of Directors and Advisory Committee, WWA, respected Dr. Dean Van Leuven, founder patron WWA and founder of World Emotional Literacy League, USA. With this foundation who helped us by sending the peace dolls for distribution to the participants, my beloved students, journalists from different medias, teachers, friends, volunteers, and valuable distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to address this August gathering on the auspicious occasion of World Day Conference on Development of Emotional Literacy in this Millennium. This research and conference is possible to be held with the help of our Manchu Madam, teacher Star High School, and other valuable contributors. We entirely WWA family wishes her heartfelt thanks and for her cordial support to make this conference possible. Nepal has a unique history of being able to resolve the conflict in a more peaceful manner than other societies. At the demand of the situation of Nepal was chosen first country to implement this revolutionary new concept. This program was established initially in Kathmandu in 2007 through Society for Without Anger Nepal, Seva Nepal, which has now changed its name to World Without Anger, WWA, to reflect its broader world purpose. In the meantime, we are very much happy to work jointly with Lumbini Bauddha University, as WWA mission and vision is also as same as LVU. LVU is agreed upon to perform the training, educational activities and seminars in the days ahead. In this regard, Professor Dr. Tulasiram Vaidya, Registrar, Dean, staff of LVU supported to bring this into action. I personally also thank to all of team of LVU who are here with us. I hope these kinds of help will be continued in the days ahead, as we have been associated with Lumbini Bauddha University just before a few months ago. The main purpose is to organize this one-day conference to develop emotional intelligence in Nepal. So we requested all the paper contributors. So WWA is adopting this methodology to propagate peace and harmony in the workplace and day-to-day life. The emotional literacy education is still in the phase of experimental around the world, but it is now essential at the need of other education in the human life. In this regards, we would get proud to implement this emotional intelligence program in school and college level as first country in the world. In the short span of time, WWA is able to find many well-researched of die-hard stakeholders. WWA had already implemented Life Without Anger training program at 7 program schools, and it has planned to expand more other 6 higher secondary schools within this year. We are in the process of implementing Early Child Development Program on Emotional Intelligence at Drop-In Center with the cooperation of Kathmandu Metropolitan City, KNC, Government of Nepal, within a few months. We have recently planned to conduct other emotional intelligence training program with the cooperation of LVU in their future, so we are preparing for this mission. Last but not the least, I am very much delighted to find Dr. Vaidya as our chief guest in this program. I hope, as he is always a part of WWA and will play a significant role as our guardians to WWA in the days ahead by offering helping hand and moral support to lead this organization in the certain hierarchy. So we could never forget his immortal support by accepting our invitation without any hesitation and questions. Lastly, I and on behalf of WWA express the heartfelt thanks and unending cordial support from all the participant schools, World Emotional Literacy League, WELL, Peace Center, USA, Landmark Educational Consultancy, Niha Computer, Kamalati, Chunamuna Monthly Children Magazine, and others who are directly and indirectly help us, the Center for Spiritual Living, USA, journalists, media friend, and head of dining and providing your space and for your greatest contribution to make this conference grand successful. I declare this inauguration ceremony is now over. So, all the participants are requested to have tea and snacks. After this refreshment, we will begin the conference session. So I request Dr. Lakshman Sakya to take part and conduct the conference session. Thank you.
To solve the problems in front of the students. And we have light snacks right now. After this, further participants will have lunch also. We don't have to go out from here. And just we have got very limited time, so within a short period of time we are supposed to start the second phase. And I would like to request my senior program coordinator, Dr. Lakshman Sakya, to hand over all the programs for the second phase. Thank you very much. I also want to
promoting of each respective seats. Now I would like to request the first paper presenter, our Professor Dr. M.P. Regmi, for his valuable speech, valuable paper.
The title of the paper is Emotional Awareness and Anger Cognition among Nepalese adolescents and adults of corporate sectors. This paper is jointly performed, the research is jointly performed by myself and this research has two parts. First part we have included students and one high school, Millennium Vidya Bhavan. High school teachers also participated in employee group.